Hello friends, welcome back to the channel. In today's lesson, we shall learn how to change a direct speech into an indirect speech in case of interrogative sentence. Interrogative sentence or questions can be two types. The first one is yes no question. That means the question that need yes or no as their answer. For example, do you know me? We can say yes or no as its answer. Or is it raining? The answer can be yes or no. On the other hand, WH question begins with WH word. WH word means who, which, where, how, why, when. In today's lesson, we shall learn the rules of changing speech of yes no question. Okay. So first, we have to know the structure of yes no questions. Yes no questions begins with auxiliaries. Auxiliaries may be be verb, that means am, is, are, was, were. We can have, has, had as auxiliaries. We can have do, does, did as auxiliaries, and we can also have modal auxiliaries. Okay, so the yes no question begins with auxiliaries, auxiliary verb. So at the beginning of the yes no question, we find any of these auxiliary verb. Then there is the subject, after that main verb, and then there may be object. For example, are you reading poetry? So here are obviously an auxiliary verb, be verb is at the beginning. Then there is the subject, after that there is the main verb, and then there is the object. So this is the structure of a yes no question. Now we have to think what is the difference between a yes no question and an assertive sentence. Try to transform this sentence into an assertive sentence. What is the problem? In the assertive sentence, subject comes first. So who is the subject here? You. So we have to write you. Then there is the be verb are and reading, main verb. So we know that ing comes with the main verb in continuous tense, and there is also be verb. So the sentence is in the present continuous tense. So the assertive sentence is you are reading poetry. Okay. So how can we change an assertive sentence into an yes no question? By just putting the auxiliary verb. That may be verb, have verb, do or did or modal. Okay, actually not do or did, you will not find it in the assertive sentence if it is not a negative sentence. So we can find be verb, have verb or modal verb. We have just, if we just put the modal verb or the have verb or be verb at the beginning of the sentence, it will be turned into an yes no question. For example, she can do it. This is an assertive sentence. How can we change it into an interrogative sentence? What is the auxiliary? Modal auxiliary can. We have to put it at the beginning of the sentence. So it will be can she do it? Question mark. Okay. She has built this house. Which is the auxiliary verb here? Has. So what will be the yes no question? Has. Then there is the subject, she built this house, question mark. So we have to put the auxiliary at the beginning of the sentence. This knowledge is very necessary. Now think one sentence where there is no auxiliaries. For example, I read in class 7. There is no auxiliary verb, subject, main verb, then there is the object. So how can we change this sentence into an yes no question? In that case, you will find that the sentence must be in present indefinite or in past indefinite. As you know that present indefinite and past indefinite does not need no auxiliary verb. Present indefinite or past indefinite does not need no auxiliary verb. So in present indefinite we will need the help of do. So as it is present indefinite, the sentence, that means the yes no question will begins with do. Then there is the subject, then there is the main verb, and after that whatever are there. Do I read in class 7? Okay, suppose the sentence is in past indefinite. You saw a deer. There is also no auxiliary verb. So how can we change it? We have to think that as there it is in past indefinite, we can take the help of did. Did you, it will be changing to present tense, as here is already the past tense of do. Did you see a deer? Okay. And in some sentence you can have be verb as the main verb. For example, I am well now. Here am is not be verb, it is the main verb, there is no other main verb. So we can change it into a yes no question by taking the be verb, taking the main verb at the beginning of the sentence. That is possible in the case of be verb. If am is are or was were is used in a sentence as the main verb, we can change it into an yes no question by taking the main verb at the beginning of the sentence. But if in a sentence we have, has or had as the main verb, we cannot change it in this way. For example, you have many books. We cannot say have you many books. We have to say, it is present indefinite, so we have to say do. Do you have many books? Clear? Now we have to learn the rules of changing the speech in case of yes no question. First begin with an example. I said to him. Have you seen him? So have you seen him is a yes no question. Now we know that the first change that can happen while changing a direct speech into an indirect speech is in the reported verb. Okay, in the case of interrogative sentence, whether it is a yes no question or a WH question, the reporting verb will always be changed into asked. So said will be changed into asked. If it is only said, then also it will be asked. If it is said to, it will be asked. In the case of assertive sentence, only said to is changed to told. But in case of interrogative sentence, whether it is said or said to, it will be changed into asked. So I said to him will be I asked him. Then in the case of assertive sentence, the linker that will appear here. In case of interrogative sentence, in place of that we shall write if or whether. You can use any of these, if or whether. Now this part of the sentence, here we have to think it as an assertive sentence. How can we think it as an assertive sentence? I have already told you that the difference between assertive sentence and yes no question is the placement of auxiliary verb. Here you see that the auxiliary have is before the subject, in assertive which is after the subject. So we have to think it that you have seen him, in this way, you have seen him. Now you know how to change you have seen him. There is no difference. Okay, so first we have to think about the subject. Who is the subject? You. You is the which person? Second person, and we know that second person in the quotation means he is the narratee, listener. So who is the narratee here? Him, third person. So the subject will be turned into third person. So it will be he. Clear? So in the case of yes no question, first we have to think it as an assertive sentence. Assertive sentence begins with subject. So here subject will come first. Okay? Then we have to think about the verb, tense of the verb. You have seen him. Which tense? Present, perfect. As there is the past tense, it will be changed into past perfect. So he, then past perfect, had seen. After that there is one pronoun, him. Him is the third person, and we know that in the quotation third person should not be changed. So him remain unchanged. The answer is I asked him if he had seen him. Okay, this is the answer. And also remember one thing, in indirect speech there is always be full stop at the end. There is no need to put the question mark. Okay, take another example. He said to Murthy, can you believe this? So here said to will be changed into asked. That means this part will be he asked Murthy. After that the linker if will come. Now think this sentence as an assertive sentence. That means the modal auxiliary will come after the subject. That means the sentence will be you can believe this. Okay, so first we change the subject, you. You means second person, that means narrative or listener. Murthy. Murthy means somebody's name, it is third person. So you will be changed into he. After that the sentence is you can believe this. So modal verb can is present, and while learning the rules of narration change of assertive sentence, we have learned that if in a sentence there is modal auxiliary, that change of tense will be of the modal auxiliary and the main verb should remain unchanged. So here can will be changed into could, as the reporting verb is in the past tense. So he could, main verb believe, and this will be changed into that. I have also discussed the change of some special words there is a list of words and you have to remember that list. So this will be changed into that. So today we have learned how to change a direct speech into an indirect speech in the case of yes no question. Yes no question needs yes or no as its answer, so it is called yes no questions. And yes no questions begin with auxiliaries. That auxiliaries may be be verb, have verb, do, does, did, or modal auxiliaries. And then like assertive sentence, there is the subject and main verb. Okay, and while changing direct to indirect speech in case of yes no question, the first thing that we need to change is the change of said. Whether it is said or said to, it should be changed into asked. Then the linker if or whether will come. After that we have to think the yes no question as an assertive sentence. Okay, it is very easy. We have to think it in this way that we have to just place the modal auxiliary or the have or the be verb after the subject. Okay, for example, have you seen him? It means the sentence is in assertive, you have seen him. Now we know how to change you have seen him. Okay, so we have to apply these rules. Now I want to give you the last example in this way, that I said, do you love ice cream? So I said will be changed into I asked. After that the linker if will come. Then do you love ice cream? It's an yes no question. So when you will find this kind of question which begins with do, did, or does, remember one thing, if it is do or does, that means the sentence is in present indefinite tense, and in that case you have to simply forget about do. You have to think the sentence is you love ice cream. Now change the speech, change the narration. Okay, so you have to think that there is no need of do, you have to think about you love ice cream. So you means here the narrative, there is no narrative mentioned here, so you remains unchanged. You love is the present indefinite tense as it is do here, present indefinite, so it will become past indefinite, loved, then there is the ice cream, and then there is the full stop. Okay, if it is in this way, did you love ice cream? That means if it is in the quotation, you will find did you love ice cream. So you have to imagine the sentence as you loved ice cream. Now we know the rules. So the sentence is I said, did you love ice cream? So I said will be I asked, then the linker if will come, and we know that you loved ice cream, it is in the past indefinite, so first the subject will be you, there will be no change. Then loved, past indefinite, the reporting verb is in the past tense, so past indefinite will become past perfect. So you had, after that third form of the verb loved, then there is the ice cream, full stop. So in this way we can change a yes no question in the reported speech into an direct speech into an indirect speech. So that's all for today. In the next lesson I shall discuss the rules of changing a WH question in the direct narration to an indirect narration. Till then, take care. Thank you for watching.